Adrian from Energy Locals. We're here in the tram in the Energy Locals office, but we're in the amazing shared co-working space that's full of startups doing smart things right here in Richmond in Victoria. We were founded to kill off the traditional retail model, which we don't think has been working for customers for many decades. It's kind of a pretty old-fashioned world that served us for a long period of time and served us well, but the thought these days of sticking a huge asset in the middle of nowhere, digging stuff out of the ground, setting fire to it, transporting it hundreds of kilometres in a one-way push fashion to people who you're guessing might need it at that particular moment in time, it's kind of not really what's available now, because there are technologies, there are business models that enable this to be done quite differently. And that's what we are here to pursue. By not having the baggage of a traditional retailer and the kind of incumbent style margins and assets to protect, we feel pretty excited about going after some of these new opportunities without having that baggage. We're currently trading in all of New South Wales, Southeast Queensland, which is the part that you are able to compete in, ACT, South Australia and Victoria within a very short space of time. So we partnered with Enosi, which is a tech startup based in Australia, many months ago, and we came to an arrangement whereby we'd help them design their peer-to-peer trading platform. And we'd be able to be the first retailer to go out there and use it. So how does that work? So customers all have to be with Energy Locals at the moment to trade amongst each other on this platform. And if they then register with Enosi, it doesn't matter whether they have solar or not, they can then choose to trade the wholesale component of their energy tariff, which is about 40%-ish, 40-45%, depending on each individual customer's usage and region, with other customers. So if you're a solar customer, you can then say, well, actually, I'm going to set the price that I'm going to sell my solar for. So instead of either using it myself or getting the standard feed-in tariff, you can say, well, actually, I'm actually willing to give it away to someone that I know because they don't have solar or they can't have solar and they're a friend or a family member. So I'll give that component for free. That means you wouldn't get a feed-in tariff, but they would get the corresponding credit on their bill if they were using energy during the same half-hour interval as you export solar. So that would be a match in the Enosi platform, and that's the way the trade would settle. Or you could say, actually, I'm willing to sell it at a slight premium. And maybe there's a local organisation that's willing to buy it at a slight premium versus what you would otherwise get for it. And conversely, as a buyer, someone without solar, you can decide what price you're willing to pay. You can have 3 named people that you can trade directly with. Beyond that, there are community trades, which are just other people that are using the platform. And then there's always a default, because if you don't have any trading partners or have any matched trades during a particular period, then you will default to the normal Energy Locals member tariff. So you've always got a backstop, which is still good and is still competitive. So you always know the price that you're going to pay. Sure, so we worked really hard and were lucky to win the opportunity to run the second phase of the virtual power plant in South Australia. So that is an initiative between the South Australian government and Tesla. Second phase is the first one that involves a retailer. First phase was about 100 customers where they were putting systems in to get the data to inform future phases. This phase is now 1,300 customers. 1,000 of which will have a system installed, and the system is a 5 kilowatt solar PV system and a 5 kilowatt Tesla Powerwall installed at their home without them having to pay anything for that system to be installed. And then 300 other customers will be part of the program without having any system installed. What does that mean? Well, by having these assets distributed, every single customer in the program, all 1,300, will actually end up paying the lowest rates that are publicly listed in South Australia for their power. So it's a really good deal for customers, and we're getting more distributed assets into the field, and this protects a lot more people from potential outages as well. Yeah, there's huge learnings from participating in this project, and we've learned a massive amount along the way, and we still are. We're learning in many respects, both technical, commercial, and also customers, and the sort of things that they're interested in, the sort of things they're asking about, the sort of things that excite them, the sort of concerns they have. This is where we see the future of energy going. It's more distributed energy rather than these stale, centralized assets that we just don't see a great number of those, apart from peaking plants are going to be built anytime soon. Not even in Australia, that still is talking about building some of these pretty fossilized style assets. So we think distributed energy is the future, and a massive amount is being learnt by everyone that's participating in this space, because it's never been done before.